Good morning, fellow Americans. It is November the 5th, Thursday. We are going back to Pi today, and somebody is not happy about that at all. Hello, video.
ฮัลโหลสวัสดีค่ะ
Thai. She's smiling, but don't let the smile fool you. Thai people always smile, even when they're miserable. She does not want to go back to Pi, but we have to. We have a restaurant to run there and shit to clean up. I am buying a PA system today here in Chiang Mai on our way back up to do the singer-songwriter thing just to the seats we already have, because I'm not building the deck until they open the frigging country. But the election in the U.S. is still unsettled because that's the way certain people want it to be. So good for them. They got a lot of money. They got a lot of power. They mobilized a lot of people. And we'll see. We'll see if they pull it off. Nobody's ever stolen an election before, but it looks like they're well on their way to doing it. That's not sour grapes. I didn't vote for Trump. I think 5 or 6 states have more projected votes, if you add up the votes, than they have registered voters. And once again, I never voted because I never registered to vote. You're not supposed to vote unless you're registered to vote. So when you see 125% of the registered voters in Wisconsin are projected to vote, that things that make you go, right? Just common sense. So if they pull it off, if they steal it, they being George Soros and company, they're behind it. And the Democratic Party is in such shambles with Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden, seriously, that's the best you could do. You should be ashamed of yourself just for that. Never mind, okay, evil Trump, orange man bad, okay, whatever. But that's the best you could do is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Give me a fucking break. I think she came in 14th out of like the 15 candidates running. Right, Biden was your golden child, and Harris was last or second to last, and but she's going to make the great vice president, right? Whatever. I'm so glad I'm not living in that country anymore, because the people who are wrong in this election won't find out they're wrong for a year or two. It's not going to happen January, whatever, 20th or 21st, whatever the date is. It's not going to happen right away. It's going to be gradual. But as your liberties and rights are taken away. Now, out of the 4 vocal liberals I know, obviously there's some more people who allegedly voted for Biden that weren't vocal about it, but out of the 4 I know, 2 are moving out of the country. Not because of Donald Trump, not because of Biden. They're moving out of the country because they got money. So they're creating this fucking pit. I mean, the whole United States is going to look like California, which California has turned into, at least in the cities, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Democrat run, has turned into a third world nation. And this election is a third world election, with the stuff in the ballots and shutting down the stuff at midnight and, doing shit in the dark, all that crap that went on. And the Democrats don't care. The Democratic supporters are like, we won. No, you lost. And it's going to take a while for you to see that. But I am just very glad I'm not living in America anymore, because it's not America anymore. It's toilet. Uh-oh, we have a toilet run. Toilet. All right, so while she's going to the toilet, I'll read the book, and enough with the election. I'm disgusted. I'm sick to my stomach because I can see it coming, and I don't understand why other people can't. Smart people I like, people I respect. Like I said, 2 of them are moving away because they have money, right? It's all about the money. If you have the money, you're going to move. Like mass exodus from California, mass exodus from New York, because the people with money are getting the fuck out because it sucks. And the whole country is going to be that way. It's just not trickle-down economics, but trickle-down socialism. California used to be, and I guess it still is, a bellwether state. So if you want to see how the United States is going to look in 10 years, look at California. They got a huge homeless problem. They have a big divide between Nancy Pelosi and her 5 palatial estates and the homeless people living in tents and taking craps in the street. Huge divide. And that gap is going to widen around the whole U.S. Because if you keep taking money from the taxpayer and taking money and taking money and taking money, we need more programs. We got to help more people. You want to help people, right? So yes, I want to help people. Elect Biden. Okay, Biden's going to help people. He's going to help people with your money. And eventually you're going to get tired of working for other people and not yourself. And you're going to move to Thailand like I did before it all happened. I saw 50% taxes coming. I honestly didn't think it was going to happen in this year, 2020. I thought it would be 2024, 2028. I just saw the creep to socialism and the 50% taxes. And I, for one, call me selfish, call me an asshole, call me whatever the hell you want. I know me, I know my heart. I don't want to work and give half of my, and kill myself, which I do when I work hard, and give half of what I make to the government. I just don't want to do it. It's not a good idea to me. I think a 50%, 60% tax, which is what you're going to see in America if Biden can steal the election, or sooner, even if Trump somehow manages to take them to court, they unveil all the lying and the ballot stuff and then all that crap, Trump in for 4 more years, well, then it's coming right after that. So it's a matter of time until you're all paying 50% of what you make. And at that point, you're going to be like, fuck this. Why am I leaving my wife and kids and going to work 10 hours a day to give half of it to the government? Screw that. No way. So it doesn't work. You can see in other countries that system doesn't work. It's a miserable failure. And that's clearly the path that America is going down, sooner or later. 70-something million people. Okay, yeah, he cheated. There's extra, but a lot of people voted for that dude. And he can't make complete sentences. He's groping children on C-SPAN. You know, I've seen the video. I hear how Trump is a racist and Trump is sexist and all this crap. Where's the video? Yeah, show me the freaking video. I've seen the video on C-SPAN with him grabbing every 12-year-old girl who's a daughter of a guy being sworn in, of a congressperson being sworn in. So, once again, I apologize. Fired up. I'm sad. I love America, I really do, and it's not America anymore. And if the election stands as it is now and Biden wins, it's very quickly going to become not America, even more so than. Anyway, on to positive mental plan, positive thoughts. How can you judge others accurately if you have not learned to judge yourself accurately? There you go. Physician, heal thyself. You don't like the country, move. I did. The ability to evaluate yourself and your performance objectively is critical to your relationships with others and will have an enormous impact upon the level of success you achieve during your lifetime. Unless you can honestly evaluate your strengths and weaknesses, how can you ever expect to improve your performance? You must determine where you are before you can develop a plan to get where you would like to be. Big time. At one time I was thinking about doing a real estate course, like an ebook, and I called it The Road to Real Estate Riches. And my first sentence, the whole course was, you cannot get to a destination, you can't drive from New York to California without a map, right? So, what he said, times 10. If you were an independent, dispassionate observer, what advice would you give to yourself to improve your skills, your work habits, your interaction with others, and your contribution to the organization? Honesty about yourself is the first step towards self-improvement. Absolutely, 100, like you see on China Book, you know, Mr. Zuckerberg imparting his liberal spin to everything. 100, 100, 100. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I can't add any more. He nailed it. You definitely have to look at yourself first, get your own shit straight, and then, you know, you could try to fix other people. So, I'm not a religious man, but I'm praying for you, America. I really am. And once again, even if, you know, the Supreme Court, if they can find, you know, if they can prove that the burden of proof is you know, on the cheating, they have to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. So now that it's been stolen, it's very hard to prove that, because a lot of the shit went on in the middle of the night. But just saying they fix it and Trump, you know, wins like he apparently legitimately did, it's only a matter of time. It's coming. It's coming. The George Soroses of the world will not rest until they get their way, which is socialist, communist nation, world, global. They really want to control everything. And then once they're in power, you'll see that divide start to happen I talked about between the haves and the have-nots. They'll eliminate the middle class. They just want everybody to be robots. They want everybody to be on the take. But the one question no socialist or communist can ever answer is who's going to pay for it, right? it's us, people who get up and go to work every day, or which I used to. And I'm still grinding here. Like I said, about the PA system. We're still working on on getting that restaurant up and running. But really, we need the government. There's that government thing again, to open up the friggin' country. There's no excuse for a lockdown. 26,000 people died in Thailand last year from motorcycle accidents. They didn't shut the country down. They didn't ban alcohol. They didn't they didn't make Thai men go to anger management class. They didn't do shit. 26,000 people died. No outrage, no heartbreak, no anything. Didn't blip the radar. 58 people died. Elderly people who were sick died from complications of the flu, and COVID, and they shut the entire country down for 8 months. Makes absolutely no fucking sense. So that's where we're at. Shout out to my guy Chris Varnes. I mentioned him before. He's a wholesaler in Jacksonville, Florida. He's expanding his network and doing deals in other states now. He continues to grind and hustle. And during this incredibly tumultuous, there's a $10 word for you, tumultuous time, I haven't seen him make one political post. I don't know how he feels, honestly, because he hasn't posted anything. And I don't even know if he voted, but what I know is he's out hustling, breaking his ass, making shit happen, and really that's the answer. I mean, my old thing of I'm not going to vote because it doesn't matter, Chris is living that. Chris is doing what I did 10, 20, 30 years ago, which is ignore all the politics and bullshit and just focus on me and going to work and making a living. But maybe because I'm older now, 57, and I'm out of the country, I'm not wrapped up in it, but I can very clearly see what direction it's going. And honestly, that's one of the reasons I moved. I don't know anybody who wants to give half their money. Chris, perfect example. He's hustling. He's going to get to his goal of 10 deals a month. And then the government says, oh, thank you. We'll take 5 of those deals. Chris is like, what? I'm the one who hustled and broke my ass to make all this happen. Like, why would you get half my money? Well, there's people who are hungry. There's people who need free college. There's illegal aliens who need, welfare. Chris is like, well, why can't the welfare guys work too? I did it. He was a friggin' cook. He wasn't a wealthy guy. He wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He worked for everything he friggin' had. And in the near future, he's going to have to give half of that up. It'll be interesting to see what happens when that happens. But like I said, good on him for not getting political, not focusing on that, which can be a distraction. He's making it happen. He's grinding. He's hustling, and continued success to Chris, man. Keep going, brother. You're making me proud. That's it for today. I've rambled on enough. An old fat man grumbling about politics. But, I mean, it kept me up last night. That's how much I care. I don't want to care, but that's how much I care about the country. And it's not good. The prognosis for the patient, the diagnosis for the patient is not good. Sorry, America. I really do love you, but you're a hot mess. I'll talk to you later.